Maybe some of you are familiar with Shapeshift. They are a cryptocurrency exchange platform where you can transfer or swap any of your currencies between each other. And it is headed up by Eric Voorhees, which is a very big Bitcoin proponent. And they made a tweet yesterday. It says, "What coin do you prefer to receive in a trading rewards program?" And they had a bunch listed here in a survey. And then they had another comment, which I obviously replied, XRP would be the obvious answer. And I did get a like here from Shapeshift. XRP is not a security, confirms UK's Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA. So this was an older article here last month on the 13th of July. And here's just a little sum. Applauding UK regulator, the FCA, for providing clarity and leadership on the classifications of digital assets. They recognize ETH has the features of a hybrid exchange and utility token, not a security token, and call out the similarities between ETH and XRP. For example, Ether can be used as a means of payment and exchange token on the Ethereum platform and can also be used to run applications as a utility token. Ripple has similar features. Here's a definition of exchange token, security token, and utility tokens. Exchange tokens, these are not issued or backed by any central authority and are intended to be and designed to be used as a means of exchange. They are usually a decentralized tool for buying and selling goods and services without traditional intermediaries. These tokens are usually outside the perimeter. Security tokens, these are tokens with specific characteristics that mean they meet a definition of a specific investment, like a share or a debt instrument, described in more detail in Chapter 3, as set out by the RAO, and are within the perimeter. A utility token, these tokens grant holders access to a current and prospective product or service but do not grant holders rights that are the same as those granted by specific investments. Although utility tokens are not specified investments, they might meet the definition of e-money in certain circumstances, as could other tokens, in which case activities in relation to them may be within the perimeter. Exchange tokens like Bitcoin, Ether, and other equivalents, XRP, are unlikely to represent e-money because, amongst other things, they are not usually centrally issued on the receipt of funds, nor do they represent a claim against an issuer.
You launched your digital large cap fund, and as you mentioned, you also have the Ripple Investment Trust. I know some of your portfolio companies, particularly the top tier exchanges like Coinbase, Gemini, and Circle, they're all declining to list Ripple because it seems like a security. So, how did you choose Ripple and decide to also include it in your large cap fund?
It starts off with investor demand, and as evidenced by the activity in the trading of XRP and the market cap, there's clearly investor demand for it. And so for us, it was an easy decision to kind of just go through the list of tokens and do our own analysis around ones that kind of could be securities. And conclusion obviously before we did this was that XRP was not a security. And its inclusion in the large cap funds, that we don't have discretion. That fund is it's a market cap weighted formulaic construct of a fund where it tries to essentially capture the top 70% market cap of the tokens, but there's exclusions around tokens that are not traded in U.S. dollar, markets. There's exclusions around lack of custody solutions. There's exclusions around ones that may be deemed securities. So XRP being included in that large cap fund means that it's one of the largest, and we don't believe it's a security.
Well, that was quite interesting. That's from Barry Silbert. And Barry Silbert, we'll go to Barry Silbert's account here. And Barry Silbert is one of the founders and CEOs of the digital currency group, the parent of Grayscale Invest, Genesis Trading, and CoinDesk. So these guys are everywhere in investments, and they do recognize XRP as not a security.